I'm Gina Gutierrez. I'm here with DIAKADI Fitness Performance Center in San Francisco, and we are back for another episode of Summer School with DB04. Today I have Ryan Allen, Fitness Performance Specialist at DIAKADI, and he's going to be walking us through some leg exercises. So we've been breaking down the body to go through like what we can do to shape the best summer body. And today you're going to tell me about legs and glutes.
You got it.
Okay. And the three exercises we're going to do are a cross back lunge with a barbell, and then we're also going to go for a sumo squat with the dumbbell, and then we are going to do a split squat with our toe on the bench.
You got it.
Okay, cool, let's do it. Okay, so the first exercise we're going to do is a cross back lunge. So Ryan, you're going to walk me through this.
Yep.
I am working with a 45-pound barbell.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to come under here, and can you guide me?
Yep, come on under the bar. Before you lift the bar off, make sure that your abs are engaged, and then step up, and then step out of the rack a bit. So you're going to keep your left foot planted, and I want you to go, not yet, but I want you to step back almost like you're going into a reverse lunge with your right foot, but you're going to cross back over to the side of the left foot. Yeah, you actually want to get back a little bit further and a little bit towards me. And then make sure your front knee isn't coming too far forward, so you're putting your weight in the back side of your foot, of that left foot. And then dip down, push from your heel, front heel, and then stand back tall with your right foot next to your left. Yep. So when you do this again, keep your chest up and your abs in. Sit back into the left side. Push from that heel and stand tall. So you'll probably notice, go ahead and keep going, you'll probably notice that the outside of that left hip is getting some work. You want to make sure that your left knee stays facing forward so you're not twisting out too far and putting extra pressure on the knee. Good. Just a little less pressure on your toes on the left foot. Great.
And then obviously do other side.
Yeah, I would do about 10 to 15 on one side and then move to the other. You can also give yourself a break by resting the weight if you need to. Great.
Okay, so our second exercise that we're doing is a sumo squat with a dumbbell. Okay?
Right. So in a sumo squat, just like it sounds sumo because your legs are going to be pointed out, I want your feet at about 45 degrees. And your heels just a little wider than your shoulder width. Just like we did with the cross back lunges, before you lift the weight, I want you to engage your abs. So this time the weight's below you, engage your abs, come down, pick up the weight. I'd like you to draw your shoulders back, try to feel a little squeeze here. Throughout this movement, I want you to keep a little natural curve to your low back. So your butt will be poked out basically. The movement itself, when you're going to dip towards the floor, squatting towards the floor, all your weight's going to go on the outside of your feet. And as you come up and down, especially as you come up, you're going to push your knees out. So squat down towards the floor, and as you come up, I want you to feel most of the weight of your pressure on the outside of your feet, and then push your knees out. So by doing this, instead of, say, a regular squat with your knees straight ahead, you'll be able to engage the glutes a lot more by giving that external rotation, and you probably feel it when you push your knees out. Also, you do get some benefit of the inside of your thighs. Great. Pull your shoulders back just a little more. So by keeping your shoulders back and your butt out, do you also feel some core engagement?
Absolutely.
Great. Those look great.
Awesome. All right.
Great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so for our last exercise, Ryan, I'm going to be doing a lunge with my toe on the bench, correct?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So I have 15-pound dumbbells for a little bit of resistance.
Perfect.
Okay? So normally when I do this exercise, my back foot that's on the bench, I do laces down.
Okay, let's start with that way, and then I'll show you another variation. I would bring your front foot forward, perfect, just like that. So by bringing your front foot forward, you're not going to have your knee coming over your toe. And when you take this squat down, again, weight goes in your heel, and you push from the heel and try to engage your right glute as you stand tall. Good. So now the variation that I would change there, just by changing where your foot is in the back. Right now, most of the challenge is probably to your front leg, the glute and the quad. By tucking your toe, And now engaging your left glute as you come up and down, you'll notice that both glutes can be engaged during the exercise and both quads. Perfect. Yeah, that looks great. And now to change the challenge to your core, bring the weights up to your shoulders and let them rest on the meaty front part of your shoulders there so it's not painful. And as you come up and down in this one, you'll probably notice the difference is a bit more of a total body exercise, that your core has to do a little bit more work here. Perfect, those look great.
Feel that.
Great.
Thank you.
Sure.
Okay guys, so there you have it, 3 leg and glute exercises for you. So just to wrap it up, we've got the cross back lunge with the barbell, we've got a sumo squat with the dumbbell, and then we have the split squat with the toe on the bench.
Got it.
So the cross back with the barbell, Ryan, I like that exercise because it's very functional, it's very athletic.
Exactly.
But why is it one of your favorites?
It's a go-to for me because it's kind of a 2-in-1 exercise. I like reverse lunges and I like side lunges, and this exercise you get both of those kind of mixed together. If you're short on time and you want a power exercise, it's a great one because you work on the stability of your hip by crossing back, and you also get that single leg strength by stepping back.
Awesome.
So that one front leg is getting a lot of work in both angles.
Okay. And when you actually do that exercise, do you always stick to like one side and just, knock
I usually
out?
do.
Okay.
I usually do. If you want to build up strength, there's that no rest in between, and you really can feel the engagement of that muscle and continue that.
Okay, great. So the sumo squat, I did have a question. What about people that have slight irritation with their knees or little knee pain? Is there any type of modification that you would do for that exercise?
Definitely. I would bring the toes in, and that obviously would then bring the knees in because you want your toes and knees lined up. So you could just have a very slight external rotation, and by pushing your knees out as you come up and down, you still get that same feel.
Okay, awesome. And then the split squat with the toe on the bench.
Yeah.
So would you say that that's the best glute exercise out there?
I would. Okay. I would. Because you're using single leg strength and you're really isolating that leg, that's the one that can really do it for you. And you want to focus on, like I said in the beginning, focus on pressing from your heel, and that really engages the glutes. If you want more focus on your quads, then you might bring your foot back a little bit and put a little more pressure in your toes.
Awesome. Okay. Great information. Thank you so much for joining us today. So guys, check back on our blog as well as our YouTube page. We're going to continue to break down the body, and we will be following up with shoulders and chest for the summer series of DBO4. Thank you so much.
Thanks.